Today, I'm going to give you guys a market update. Have we topped for the cycle? We're going to talk about the sentiment, how positive news equals bearish price action. And we have to address the elephant in the room, which I'm not going to sugarcoat it, might be a serious problem. I'm going to try and not get my channel shadow banned, as I know YouTube do not like the topics I'm about to discuss today. This is not a video you want to miss. Nothing I say is financial advice. I'm sorry about my voice. I'm sick right now, but I had to get this video out. So markets right now, they've been terrible if you're an altcoin investor. Bitcoin dominance on the daily has been in an uptrend ever since the beginning of December. How high this will go, no one knows the answer to, but if it were to continue slowly grinding our way up while Bitcoin price, especially going down, it's going to get a lot worse for the altcoins. And I still think testing the high 80s is on the table. Now, what stresses people is that we keep on getting extremely positive news related to slow and steady worldwide adoption, and Bitcoin just doesn't care. And when we get negative news, we dip. Despite this, we still hold crucial levels, and Bitcoin chart still looks amazing if you zoom out. So there's no doubt that we're still in a bull market, and this ties in with my theory as well, that what we deem as top indicators last cycle would have been very decisive. This cycle, the same indicators do not mean anything. That is why I don't think presidents and other celebrities launching shitcoins will have an effect. It's what you get with adoption. I'm not saying that this is something that I expected, but stuff like this can and will happen as a result of adoption. And this is what I'm saying. The fact that we cannot predict stuff like this, the fact that this is actually happening, just goes to show that we have zero clue what especially the social top signals are, because we've never seen anything like this. Think about it. If these signals that are flashing today, if these were flashing back in 2021, that would be the top. But one indicator that I think will be timeless is the emotional or sentiment indicator. Cycles top at peak euphoria. That was actually one of the few indicators that were present in both 2017 and 2021 and will be this cycle as well. But the problem is that this is the hardest indicator to measure because you're going to be a victim of it. If you're present in the 2017 or 2021 cycle, you know what euphoria is. We can both agree that nothing in this market so far has been euphoric for altcoin investors. It's been painful. So I'm just going to make this very clear. I don't think we've topped for this cycle at all. As a matter of fact, I think we're starting to see sentiment lows, meaning that I do expect us to rally to crawl out of this dump in the not so distant future. Because the real bottom is in when a lot of people genuinely believe that we will not be able to recover. Where every bullish video that gets published immediately gets shut down because there's no way market participants can even be allowed to fantasize about making gains. In crypto, they will lose money. That's what they've been conditioned to think over the last couple of months. And I feel like we're starting to reach this point right now, to be honest. Like I said in my previous video, how many people have you seen right now that just want to break even? Take it from someone who's been here for 8 years. When people fantasize about breaking even and not a 30x, that's when you know the bottom is close. Even though I do not think we've topped, we need to address the elephant in the room. Every single cycle, there's always going to be a narrative that people think will completely ruin the cycle. In 2020, for instance, we had the pandemic, which people, and rightfully so, thought would ruin the entire bull market. This cycle, the narrative is shitcoins stealing liquidity and ruining sentiment for other coins with actual value. Over the last couple of weeks, a bunch of scams have been published. This has also shed light on the destructive nature of some meme coins. People are no longer looking for quality projects that they can hold, but they're here for a quick profit, which they rarely get because they're getting dumped on by insiders, and then it paints the whole crypto space in a negative way because at the end of the day, especially for people outside of crypto who lack knowledge, this is all crypto. Doesn't matter if it's a meme coin, a layer 1, or RWA, it's all the same. It's crypto. And there's no way of sugarcoating it. Like I said, this is a serious problem. So what's my prediction regarding the outcome of this? And here is where I need to not get shadow banned on YouTube. I'm going to draw a parallel to free speech and open media. As more and more information will become easier accessible through social media, it's going to demand a lot from the consumer. The consumer is no longer in the position to just passively receive information from one source and take it at face value. We're no longer in a position where we can read the one and only newspaper in the pursuit of truth, the same way Dogecoin is no longer the only meme coin. It's now up to the consumer to challenge the validity of the information. This is both a necessity and a consequence of free speech. And unless we get some strict regulation in crypto with regards to meme coins, which might be happening, and I don't think that would be bad, but until then, it's up to the investor to find the projects with value. But here is where I want you to be honest with yourself. What is value in crypto? Let me make one thing abundantly clear. I'm in crypto to make fiat money. I think blockchain is revolutionary. I believe in decentralization. I think the economic future is crypto, but right now I plan on selling for fiat profit. I think a lot of people also have that goal to sell, to take fiat profit. So they would, in this space, probably define value the same way I do. And that is that value is hopefully something that can make us money. Otherwise, you would just hold Bitcoin forever. So I think a lot of people in this space, unfortunately, have pseudo-moralistic values when it comes to how they deeply care about some intrinsic value in crypto, when ultimately they're just going to use others as fiat exit liquidity. And I am the same. With that being said, I'm not saying that there is not a difference between a project with actual value and a shitcoin consisting of 95% sniped insider supply, but I think it is important to understand people who buy meme coins and gamble on meme coins, they're just looking for profit. Most of them do not care about the community, the art, the movement. They just want fiat profit the same way you and I ultimately want fiat profit. And I think unless we get some very strict regulations with regards to these shitcoins and this whole movement that we're seeing right now, I think this is something that we just need to outlive until the average crypto investor or meme coin investor get more competence. The same way the average information consumer needs to learn how to be selective in the pursuit of truth. And I think we're starting to see the end of this now with more and more people getting exposed. You have big YouTubers outside of crypto, such as CoffeeZilla, who is deeply respected with journalistic integrity, contributing to this uncovering of the dark side of this space. But I don't think this will be the end of legit meme coins, and in this case, their respective chain Solana. I still believe meme coins are one of the driving factors that get people into this space and will continue to get people into this space. We still had an amazing altcoin season when Shiba and Doge collectively were worth around 20% of the entire altcoin market in 2021. I think we will be just fine. We just need to outlive this phase. Until then, again, just keep on buying good projects cheap. Solana is getting heavily fed right now. If this drops down to this region right here, I will be buying massive amounts again, the same way I did when it hit $111 when we timed the bottom perfectly in the VIP group. And when it pumps, we will take profit at the top again. We have a well-respected technical analysis in our group. That is why we're often able to sell the top. This is a trading cycle for altcoins, so I strongly encourage you to be a part of a group that focuses on taking profits and rotating. Holding a bunch of coins waiting for them to 20x is not going to work for this cycle. That's why when a coin pumps, take profits early and rotate. Even if it's a low cap like Sensei that has a 50 to 100x potential, do not make the mistake of not taking profit. At the current moment, there are also great big cap projects that are in a fantastic buying range right now, which I will be making a tier list video about in the upcoming days, so make sure to subscribe to not miss that video. Make sure to check out the VIP. Do not waste this cycle. With all the things that are building up, this is a perfect time to join a group like this. We also have QT potentially ending in a not so distant future, which will definitely pump the right altcoins. I've been spending the last couple of weeks looking for gems that I will publish very soon. I'll see you there. Take care and stay safe.